Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. It's 11:49 a.m. on July 21st, 2024 in Kitsilano, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It is 22 degrees outside on a sunny morning in the city. In this video, I walk for 1.6 kilometers, starting by the bus stop at West Broadway and McDonald, then stroll west on West Broadway through Greektown, cross the street at Blenheim, returning east on West Broadway, ending my trek by the bus stop at West Broadway and McDonald. To support the channel, click the heart icon to send me super thanks. For updates, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at jforestwood. And of course, smash that like button, share it, and subscribe. Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. I'm down in Kitsilano in Greektown. This is the area where the Greek originally chose to settle during the First and Second World Wars. And since then as well, of course, Greek people have now spread out across Vancouver also. So you can find the taste of Greek almost anywhere in the city these days. But this is the original concentration. Now this area after 1961, when Canada opens an immigration policy to allow people from around the world to come, rather than just focusing predominantly, but not exclusively, on European countries, including Greece. Okay, you can see people coming. I can see a Greek flag on that car right now. You can see the Canadian flag in the video, but yeah, they got a Greek flag on the side there too. Wow, I love that van. Very, very cool. So the Greek diaspora is still in this area, but this area is very, very much more multicultural and diverse now. We have people from the Latin communities, everything from Mexico to any one of those South American communities, and we got people from the Pan-Asian communities as well, because this is a large area here in Vancouver that is known for its Pan-Asian diaspora groups. And then finally, you know, you got your Greek with your other European diaspora groups here as well. There's a lot of Irish people that live down here as well. Irish people that come over here to Canada and work on a work visa. And your run-of-the-mill Canadians too, that come from all different backgrounds, because Canada is that cultural mosaic rather than just that melting pot. Let's keep walking here. Now, this street is called West Broadway, and it carries on all the way over to Alma Street, and then it carries on a little bit more and then turns into, I believe, West 8th or West 9, where it terminates just past the West Point Grey border as it moves into a much more residential area. But over here in Greektown, this is the main retail strip. And then to its north is West 4th Ave. That is also one of the bountiful retail strips here in the Kitsilano neighborhood. And this is considered a family-friendly neighborhood. A lot of families do happen to live here. But a shrinking base of families as well, as some of the children of some of the families are starting to get a little older, and eventually, once they're finished high school, they'll grow up and move on out of the house for work or university or college or whatever. There are several that are also just interested in apprenticeships for like plumbing, carpentry, all those types of things where we need people here in Canada to help us build. Let's keep walking here. We're approaching a Balaclava Street here on West Broadway. And this would be the intersection of West Broadway and Balaclava. You can see the Starbucks across the street. We'll be walking back past that. And let's cross. I think someone tried to say something to me, but I didn't hear them, nor am I interested. The Van of Folk Music Festival is currently on Jericho Beach. I can't film over there right now. That is a private event. Put a big fence around the event. The most I could do is film the gate, and that's not all that exciting. But if you want to go to that music event, it's supposed to be an awesome event. Looks like Nuva's just getting started. They got the restaurant open. People will start heading on in for lunch now that they can see it open. It is around 11:25 here in the city. And we'll head on down to McDonald's, and then we'll cross the street and just head on back in a loop. Up here, this is the Canadian Western Bank. This is what you'll find over here in Western Canada. If you're a member of that bank, this is the location you would come to. Lovely say, some interesting banking products. I've been looking into different banks just to see what they have to offer. Of course, over the past year and a half we've been here, almost 2 years now, after my 21-year hiatus from Metro Vancouver area. And it looks like the local Yummy Slice is now open. Good. Took a while, but Yummy Slice is awesome. They do hold that to their name, Yummy Slice. And it looks like there's a Boss Halal store that opened up right next to it. Little halal grocer. Definitely going to be telling Asif about that. He would be excited. So we're not too far away from our neighborhood, which is over at UBC. It's about 2 neighborhoods over. You got to cross through West Point Gray, and then boom, you're over there. Over at UBC, which is also known as the University Endowment Lands. Interesting place, governed by both the University of British Columbia and the Metro Vancouver regional government. we were just paying our landlord, and then we found out we had moved into a really interesting area with some highly contentious local politics. We just looked at everyone and we're like, hey, we're not going to get in your way. You guys do your local politics. We're just renting here. They're like, oh, okay, cool. And they tried to involve us. It's nice to be involved, though. And of course, that was with a whole bunch of the other community members, so it wasn't just like they exclusively came to us. But you meet people there, you talk to neighbors, all that type of stuff, so it's good that your neighbors know what your footing is and what direction you're going. And we're not going to live over in UBC forever. We are looking at other areas of the city, and eventually, once we feel comfortable, we'll make our move to somewhere else. But for now, UBC is still home, and it's a great little quiet place, surrounded by beaches all the way around the exterior. Wreck Beach, Admiral Beach, you got access to the Spanish Banks, Locarno, Jericho, so much beachfront property. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And then, of course, Kitts Beach. And then you get this area too, and West Broadway. So pretty rockin', and not to mention the restaurants over in the Point Grey Village. Pretty darn good. Restaurants down here, same thing. Pretty darn good. Let's keep walking here. Now we're heading back in the other direction. We're going east on West Broadway. Now it is a little bit earlier in the morning. I will be heading over to the market, so it's a little quieter right now, but at least you get to see the neighborhood. And you see people setting up their restaurants for lunch. It's like a mid-end, just the Korean restaurants just opening up. Yeah, Korean rice bowls and those types of things. And Sahel over here, this place will be open up later in the day. Looks like they're just getting started. Oh, no, they got one person in there, so they're open right now. And they'll get busier, of course, later on in the day. Bigger lunch and dinner spot. Okay, we gotta stop here at Trutch because we got the yellow light. So this would be Trutch and West Broadway Street. And we'll cross the street in just a minute. Across the street here, Deacon's Corner had burned out almost a year ago now. Looks like some people are coming in and doing some renovations. I'm sure it'll take a long time. Those things are never easy to resolve. Who knows if Deacon's comes back or something else comes back. But these other businesses, the barber shop, Lillian Vince, Reed Studio here, they're all open. Luckily they didn't get any of that fire damage. Toronto Bakery did, but they just moved over here to a better spot that they were going to move to anyways a little earlier. It was great the landlords let them in. Here's City Avenue. Great little produce store here in the area. This would be a Kitsilano staple. And then here's Serrano right here. This is where you get your cheese pies. And that is one of the Greek institutions that's still running strong over here. Though they do not make local mates, which really shocked me. They just don't have space for a fryer in the back of the kitchen. So you only have so much kitchen and you gotta make sure that you got what you need. Talib Kweli is coming on over here. Wow, playing with the swollen members. Next weekend, next Saturday. That's huge. That's huge. Local only, of course. Local Vancouver staple in the hip hop scene here. Mocha's like a legend. Let's keep walking here. And we're going to cross Balaclava Street. So I told you we're going to walk past the Starbucks. There's a local Starbucks in the area. This place is usually busy any day of the week. From opening until close. I think they close around 8. So, but you can check the hours out in Google Maps. Here's another one of the Greek businesses over here, Parthenon. This is a grocery store. You can pick up cheese pies in there too, you just gotta make them yourself. They got lots of Greek influences. They got a few like Italian ones too, like the lasagna and stuff like that. Because in the history of Vancouver, while the Italians chose to predominantly settle over in East Vancouver, and the Greeks settled over here in West Vancouver, of course they did mix as well. There was an Italian influence over here, and there was a Greek on the west side of Vancouver, here in the Greektown, and there was a Greek influence that you can still see with like some of the Mediterranean grocery stores and stuff like that over in East Van, along even Commercial Drive, where the first Little Italy was. So it's pretty cool, eh? And of course, here on this strip, a couple weeks back, we had the Greek on Broadway event. You can go back in the back catalog. I did a live stream of that event. You can see what it is. I also did a video the year before. So you can see that video as well. And that event's called Greek Day on Broadway. And I'm sure it'll be back next year. Talib Kweli is coming. Oh my gosh. We're at the old Hollywood Theater here in West Side Vancouver. That is cool. Here, Lala Island. We like to pretend that Lala restarted that place from RuPaul's Drag Race, but let's be honest. That place is a nice local establishment. Not sure if it's a chain or not, but they do a good job. So that's why there's always people in there. They got a rock solid internet connection too. Of course, just remember to use your VPN. Cyber safety. Keep walking. Whether you like him or not, that's Davey Eby's office right there. That's our NDP provincial premier right now. Person at the top of provincial politics, which is separate from federal politics. Here in Canada, each province has control over education, health, resources, and several other things. Housing, one of them too. So those decisions are made at the federal or at the provincial level, and the federal government provides transfer payments from the federal coffers to cover those different expenses at the provincial level. So that's the predominant relationship. And of course, they all try to influence each other. So the federal people will dip into provincial politics sometimes, and the provincial will try to dip into federal politics. That can get a little tricky. Oh, let's keep walking here. Going west on, or going east on West Broadway. Well, you've seen some of Greektown. I haven't covered all of it. So if you are coming to the area, they're just passing the Persian grocery store over here. They're pretty good. I prefer City Avenue myself, but that one's also, that's the one we choose to go to because it's closer. Like I can just get off of the 14 and just get off at the street there. Right across the street and heading over to City Avenue, and then jump back on the 14 and head on back. So what can you say, what can you do? Ask him though, he'll tell you openly, honestly. He prefers City Avenue. And across the street here. Yeah, this would be McDonald Street we're crossing. And see some of the mountains right there in the background. Yeah, I have some good eyes, but the camera will at least pick up the silhouette. Looks like there's a yard sale over at the Kitsilano Diversion. I'll be over here a couple blocks. I'm just going to take a break right here and then wait for the next bus to come. I just need to have a nice little seat. So. I'll catch the next one. Next one's coming in 10 minutes, so that'll give me a good break. Anyway, folks, thanks for coming along today, and just remember to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Have a good day.